Hi, Mr. Van. This is Blair, and this is my attempt, my fourth attempt to take a video to illustrate for you what my the presentation aspect of the field trip assignment. Forgive me for being distracted. I have a cat that is desperately wanting my attention, but I'm going to ignore him. The reason I'm doing a video is because unlike the youthful people, unlike the children, it doesn't occur to me to take a picture of something to prove that I was there. I only realized that that was required today when I was reading a little more carefully about what this part required. I have some things that my cat is sitting on, scanning, move Moko, that I bought at the bookstore there. Training the mind. Very cool. My mind needs some training. Um, liberating prayer. Ah, I could use some liberation. And then I loved this. This was how to practice the yoga of sleeping and how to practice the yoga of rising. I like yoga. I like sleeping. I like rising. What I thought I would do, because I guess it's just more active than me sending um, these to you. This is a document that I wrote the day that I came home from the Kadampa Meditation Center the first time. And the reason I went twice is because I thought it would be rude to have met with Genrigpa without knowing something about their uh, worship tradition. I don't think worship is the right word. I asked what the worship services were called, and they told me very sweetly that they're not worship services, they're classes. So my vocabulary has expanded. Just one of the benefits of taking this class. And so, yeah, this is my takeaway of the experience from the first day I went. And I was always going to just write another paper, but I thought, ah, dear God, you probably have had enough of my reading my writing. Now you can hear me speak my writing. I guess that isn't really much better, but um, at any rate, here are my takeaways. Top line notes for field trip, written 422 after first visit. This last Saturday, while driving east on Empire, I was stopped at a traffic light. Biding my time, I turned and looked out the window and saw a homeless girl. She was different. There was something special about her. Torn pantyhose, yarn hat with little ears, a full outfit, a little plastic purse, a red boa. Choices had been made. And she had a Brooklyn cart filled to the top with stuff, including a guitar. And she was standing on a concrete block wall looking into the vegetation above, and she seemed to see something that looked important, so she went in after it and dusted it off, climbed down, put it in her cart, and went back up. She utterly captivated me. She broke my heart. Today was the first session of the meditation center for me at the Kadampa Buddhist temple. It is very beautiful. Charming bookshop, lovely art, very clean, energetically and otherwise. The receptionist was Caucasian, in her 60s, friendly, open, light. Jen, the leader, was there. The meditation hall was much more beautiful than I had expected. The icons were gold, and there were so many of them. And the only one I recognized was the giant seated golden Buddha. There was a photograph of, I presume, a living guru above, and to the left, more golden statuary. None were familiar. All were beautiful. There were 6 stained glass windows, 3 on each side, tall and thin, soft jewel tones. 4 of the 6 had words in a brick of light. Those words were truth, humility, love, and peace. There are 6 wide carpeted stairs to the meditation hall. There is a small shoe rack to the right. One takes off their shoes before entering. There were maybe 60 very comfortable blue padded chairs in a traditional proscenium setup, aisle, center, aisle right. And in the front were 6 white pillows and white cushions for those who wanted to sit lotus style for the meditation. I was intrigued, but resisted. I didn't want to distract the others if I could not remain comfortable the whole time. The leader was very gentle. Her name is Jennifer Derwingson Peacock. She explained that today we would be focusing on a healing meditation for others, that we were to picture a human or a group of humans who were in pain and with many problems. We would visualize that person or persons and connect with them. Imagine they were right in front of us. We were to imagine their pain and how it felt to be them and how it felt to have their troubles. I immediately thought of the girl I had seen on Saturday, and a name popped into my head, Hannah Susanna. I imagined I could fear her disorientation, her lack of connection, her seeking of something in those bushes which would feed some need. We were then instructed to say to our person or persons, I have the ability to heal you, and I will do so now. We were told to see all their pain and problems, and to see all those pain and problems float out of them like dark smoke. I pulled and pulled and pulled that smoke out of her. Pardon me, I have to pause this while I pull and pull and pull. Moko. The next step was to draw that smoke into ourselves, and I was resistant at this instruction. But I wanted to be a part of the experience, so I just decided to add a filtration system as I pulled the smoke out of myself. The idea is that by pulling their pain into ourselves, we actually clear our own karma. I like the concept, but I also liked that I added the filtration system because doing so allowed me to fully participate in the exercise. Then we were to imagine what that person's life would or will be like now that they are free of all problems and pain. I imagined her finding a theater company where her natural flair for costume design would be richly appreciated. I imagined her singing songs on open mic nights with her guitar. I saw her happy, surrounded by community, loving others, and being loved equally in return. We were then guided to make a dedication with all this good energy that we had created, such as, I am now free of all pain and all problems. And when I see others in pain, I will, on my next inhale, draw their pain out of them, and on the next exhale, fill them with healing. The entire experience was about 35 minutes. It was so beautiful. I loved it very much. I am looking forward to interviewing Gen Rigpa next week. And those were my original takeaways. And that's all, folks. Thanks so much. Bye. Bye.